You know, folks, everybody that comes up here fishing thinks, oh my goodness, this is the most wonderful summer fishing. Gotta tell you, you can fish here 12 months a year. And that's what I'd like to do over the next couple of days. Show you some of the fishing you can have in fall, and I mean late fall. Deer season is in full swing right now, and we're just a few days away from Thanksgiving. But I want to fish this little backwater, this pond, and show you the type of fishing you can have in the fall. And why is that important? Because I really believe that this area beckons for all of you to discover that you can come here any month of the year and have a blast. So today we're going to be fishing in here. We're going to try to catch some northern pike. I know there's a lot of bass in here. Whether they will hit or not, I don't know. But maybe that'll be a bonus. So I hope you stay with us. Well, he's surprisingly swimming to me. I've hooked something over near the shore. We really wanted to show you this today because just a couple days ago, Rust and I were in here with waders. Oh my goodness, this is a big bass. This is a huge, nice bass. I can't believe this. We're in here fishing for pike. I've got a red and white bucktail jig on. And look at this large one. Now I'm hoping this hook isn't very sharp on this jig. I'm hoping I did it the right way. Look at the size of that bass. Is that not? If I could turn around a little bit, this canoe. Oh my gosh, that's a beauty. Oh, I've got to tell you, I'm elated. I never expected this. But you see, that's one of the bonuses of being able to have water all to yourself, to have all these waters to choose from. And normally this time of the year I never come out in a canoe. This is deer hunting time. But I wanted to show all you folks that if you wanted to come up, you could even come up here for a combination hunt and fish trip. But it's phenomenal fishing in the fall here. Again, I'm about 7 miles from Massena. Little bitty pond. Well, always been one of my, it's not even a pond, it's a backwater of the St. Lawrence. And I can't ever remember fishing here through all the years that there was ever anybody else on the water the same time I was. Either they got the warning and said stay away from this guy, or people just, they have so many choices that they just never come here. Well, this is what I'm using. I'm out of breath, I'm so excited. It's a red and white bucktail jig tied by my buddy Louis Barkley, who can't get to fish anymore. He had a stroke. So I'm trying to live this through him or for him. But these are the jigs he ties. It's one of my favorite baits in the world. Love it for northern, but apparently largemouth bass will hit it too. I don't know what I got. He's fighting funny. Oh, this is a northern. It's if you call that a fight, he's not doing enough. There, he did his final acrobatic jump. This is what I really thought we'd catch today. Was northern pike. This is on the small, typical side of coming to backwaters. The beautiful thing about using a bucktail is usually you don't hurt the fish. He has a little leech stuck right on his chin, but again, beautiful color on this fish. Actually, he's less washed out than the one I caught 2 days ago when you were here with me and it was just an awful weather. We only stayed about an hour or so the other day, or 2 days ago, but I wanted to come back here now that we don't have as much wind and see if we could catch some more fish. When I'm fishing a bucktail, I want to show you this too. It's almost a violent, the way I fish it, a violent rising up of the rod when I'm doing it. And what that does is it causes the lure to fall, and then when you do that, it jumps. And it's an erratic motion that seems to trigger pike in particular. Now, I caught that beautiful big bass a little while ago, but I just cast out, and immediately, if I cast to deep water, I want to let it sink down because I want to get it down towards the bottom. But right now I'm not sure how deep it is right here, so I'm going to start moving it. And you watch my rod, I just jerk it when I'm fishing a bucktail for pike. This works very good if you're fishing for lakers too. I've done really well for lake trout in Canada fishing this method. But for walleyes or bass, you want a more subtle action. But this jumping or hopping motion that I put into the bait makes it look different than any other bait you could give them. And I think when they're lethargic, that erratic hop sometimes tends to stimulate them. Well, we'll see if we can catch another one here. I'd like to show you a couple more fish so you can see just how prolific this fishery can be. I'm going to show all of you something I think is so special. It is almost Thanksgiving. And here I am, 7 miles from Massena, in one of my favorite little backwaters. I call it a pond, but it's actually a backwater to the St. Lawrence. And I just hooked a beautiful northern pike. My point is, it doesn't matter when you come here, there's always going to be fishing available. As you can see by this fish, I've got a red and white bucktail jig, and boy, I'll tell you what, he wasn't too eager to eat that. As you can see, it's right on the tip of his mouth. That's a nice pike, and you see how full-bodied this fish is. Hopefully I can get, yeah, I did. I got it out without having to hardly handle him. He's probably 24 inches long. Beautiful thick body. Let me see if I can hold him a little bit better for you so you can get a better look. And right now I'm putting no pressure against the fish, and you can see that he doesn't want to move. Now I don't get it. Does he really like me that much? Is he that lazy today? Because the fish aren't really hitting, but he's not making any attempt to get out of my hands. And I find that really, really surprising. He finally took off. But isn't this great that we can come here, no matter when it is, no matter what time of the year, you got a chance to catch fish. I'm not much of an ice fisherman, but oh my goodness, people come out of the woodwork in this area to ice fish. That's a big part of our winter life. It's a huge thing, and maybe we can show you some of that too, but right now I'm not interested in getting any colder. I just want to catch another fish. I don't know what I got. I assume it's another pike just because of where we are, but the water's murky. It's guess what? I didn't keep him on very good, but at least we got him right to the canoe, and he opened his mouth and goodbye. But this water, it's not muddy, but it's not the clear water that sits on the other side here on the St. Lawrence. This is water that comes from the St. Lawrence, but it's more full of algae and everything because it doesn't hopefully have zebra mussels in it. But, well, the fish seem to be starting to strike. So that's a good sign. I promise you, the next one, I won't let him get off right next to the canoe. I'll bring him in and hold him for you. This is truly astounding. I want to get this fish in because I'm pretty excited. I think this is another big bass. And you got to remember, I'm not fishing in a bassy way. I'm using a bucktail jig and violently hopping it. But I believe this is a big, he's getting closer now, he's coming up. Oh, it isn't. it's a bass wannabe, a northern that's trying to change his stripes. And he's not even a big one. But it was fun. I can only imagine if I'd have lost this fish and I stood here talking to you about this giant bass that I discovered on a bucktail jig, and it had been a northern. That's how fish stories come about. Another beautiful fish. I'm going to ask, you obviously know that there's somebody on the other end of this canoe with a camera. And Rust, do you want this to take home to your
Let's take that one home.
Your eager wife waiting for a fish dinner tonight?
Let's take that one home and fillet him up.
Okay. This is a perfect size for filleting, and look how clean these fish are. He is 9. First of all, you got to remember they got to be a certain size. He's 9, 18, about 23, 24 inches. So he's plenty big. Well, we'll say goodbye to him. And, geez, this is fun. This is an absolute blast. You should do this. You'd have fun too. Well, I got to tell you, even I was surprised at the great fishing that we had. You know, here we are with a little Toyota Prius and a small canoe. And honestly, that's one of the charms of what I'm trying to show you. You don't need a big boat. You can bring a big boat. You can go out in the St. Lawrence and fish for a lifetime and not fish all the waters. But you can come here and you can fish these small waters that empty into the St. Lawrence. You can use a canoe, you can wade like you saw me 2 days ago on my waders, and you can have a blast. I hope you've enjoyed seeing this kind of fishing, but more than that, I hope it brings new ideas and that maybe you'll come up here and try fishing this time of the year.